Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a rowdy couple in love that loves reacting to some RWBY.
Yeah, rowdy for RWBY.
Yes, we are. And this is Volume 9, Episode number 8 that we're checking out today. This season is flying by, it seems like. But yeah, if you want all of our reactions for RWBY, we got playlists for you. And if you want early ad-free access, you can see the last 2 episodes right now over on our Patreon, patreon.com/definitely-not-definitive, or just click the link in the description of the video.
Yeah.
Down into depths of nowhere, I am undone. Clasping tight onto memories, I know they'll be overrun. Must live with balance, but balance is blind. Vengeance is overtime. Inside a new me, I'm ready, but who will I find? I gotta let go, how could I lose my mind? Inside our worlds,
RWBY? RWBY? What are you doing?
Just running away.
Why did you shout at everyone like that?
Where am I?
It's okay. I can guide us back. You shouldn't run off, though. You all need to stick together if you want to go home.
Why are you still here?
Oh, don't take it out on Little.
I promised to serve Atlas as a huntress. That I'd keep people safe. That I'd be there for my friends.
But we can go back and...
No! You don't know what I've done. What I couldn't do. I can't do this. I could never do this. If you stay with me, you're going to end up dead too.
Holding their little child.
Just go home.
But you're...
I said go!
Poor Little.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
Ah, Twitch.
Hello, Red. Been a while. How's the hero biz treating you? I gotta say, you're not looking too good.
Where's Neo?
Yeesh, no manners. And after everyone came out to see you!
Salutations, Ruby.
Hello again.
Ms. Rose, why don't you take a seat?
How is she doing this? Stop it!
the
This
Mad
isn't
Hatter.
real!
Isn't real. You're the one following a talking cat around a fairy tale.
Reality's getting fuzzier by the minute, kid. You know, once Neo realized where she was, everything changed. Always loved the idea of a place to run away from it all. Do whatever you want. I offered that to her back on Remnant. But we all remember how that ended.
Is that seriously what this is all about?
Yeah, it was just a.
You still blame me for what happened at Torchwick? If you're looking for an apology, you've wasted your time.
They say everyone thinks they're the hero of their own story. But I knew what I was. And deep down, I think you know what you are too.
The leaves from the tree?
Oh, you're familiar.
How about a little reset?
Is that what you want? Well, if you want me dead, then come get me.
You don't deserve to die, Red. You deserve to be broken down, torn apart, wiped from existence. I'm going to enjoy watching you break.
Why? This is sick. One thing to like want her dead, like revenge like that. This is something completely different.
Damn it.
Yeah,
How could she
Neo's
just run
a
off like
psychopath.
that?
Yeah.
She was clearly upset.
That wasn't upset. That was. Ugh. She could have just talked to us.
Maybe she didn't feel like she could. Ruby has always been the one to get us through the hard times. We say things like, "We believe in you. We can count on you." I know we mean well, but
It's not like we were asking her to be perfect.
Who are you to think you knew what was best for Atlas?
I was the best and brightest Beacon had to offer. But I
Yeah.
traded my life so that my friends could live.
Just like you were too late to save me at the Vital Festival. I died in Atlas, too, didn't I? Can you imagine what that's like? To be completely and utterly failed, time and again, by someone who meant the world to you.
You ready for that drink yet?
How many more people are going to die because of you?
I'm trying to save everyone.
And yet, with all your best intentions, have you ever
Oh,
stopped to
little-
wonder if you've done more harm than good?
It's not my fault.
How many more lives do you have to ruin before you realize you're not cut out to save anyone?
Ruby. Do you really think you can stand to watch more of your friends fall?
Please stop.
Or are you ready to admit the truth? That the world would just be better off without you?
You suck, Neo. Who was that?
It's
The
all
cat!
right, Ruby. It's over now.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be me anymore.
It's okay, little huntress. I can be you instead. I have been trying to wear you down for so long.
Oh my god.
Doing?
My purpose. When a poor little heart is broken, I can fill it with mine. I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with you, Ruby.
You think?
I'm not like the other Afterans here. I'm cursed with curiosity. I need to know everything, but more than anything, I need to know why my makers left me here. Only to leave and make all of... Ow!
You're not a friend.
Yeah! Shut up, little!
Ruby!
Oh!
We have to get up. We have to go.
No.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I think it's about time we all got what we deserve.
No.
Yeah, you're gonna get what you deserve.
Are you ready to admit the truth? That the world would just be
Don't let her drink it!
off without you. You've finally done it! Little Red's gone. With your semblance stronger than ever now, we could take over this whole absurd place! Why not? Offing Little Red can't be all you wanted. Right?
No, 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 no! I needed her!
Take us to her.
You still don't get it, do you? It's not a place you go. It's a place you know. But no matter. I've actually found a much better solution to my problem. You've lost something most important, haven't you? And now you have nothing left. How delightful. An empty host. Perfect for me to fill.
Oh. That looks horrific.
goodness, am I tired of your little sob story. You can't even accept your own futility.
It's pretty cool.
This body will do.
I mean, you kind of knew the cat wasn't what he seemed. I mean, I didn't realize like how evil the cat was gonna be.
Yeah, holy hell, what an episode.
Mm-hmm.
I I'm still processing it. So, like, that was truly Neapolitan.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
Being that psychotic.
Yeah.
Because then when they switched her to the chair, she looked so...
Broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, she had... Well, she was broken before, and she was psychotic. I'm like, but like, she at least had a purpose and a drive, and the purpose was to kill Ruby. And then she finally got it, and you know what else? What else is there? She didn't have anything else keeping her going. She had no friends. She had no family. She had no like real overarching philosophy on life and what she should be doing. You know, so. It was just all revenge with her, which, like, even after she, what we thought, like, you know, killed Yang or whatever, I was still holding out hope. I'm like, you know, it's tough for like to say she's one of my favorite characters now, but at the same time, like, there's something about her I still like. But like this whole being so psychotic is to like, it's one thing to want revenge and want to kill somebody that like killed somebody you loved. But it's another thing to like want to torture that person. Like that's just like that. There's something like sick about that.
Oh, I thought she was definitely sick in this episode, and she killed Little, so she's dead to me.
Yeah,
1,000 times.
I can't
over.
believe that. I don't know how I blocked that out. And you just reminded me.
Like everything you said, yes, is correct, and it's why the cat said you're an empty vessel now, so you're the perfect host for me. I guess I just didn't realize how truly pathetic Neapolitan was, how empty and pathetic and just shallow she was. Like even with Cinder, and God knows I despise Cinder.
Yeah.
But like there's something to her. There was nothing to Neapolitan. Like,
yeah.
That's just pathetic.
Yeah. I was kind of like sad because like, I don't know, as we saw her throughout this series, I always felt like there was some sort of like, I don't know, she had a little like an edge to her. It seemed like she had this, you know, like, I don't know, I don't give a fuck type of attitude. But like, it was very appealing. Plus like she was like a really good fighter. And she had these like quirky little funny moments as well. So it seemed like she had more to offer and more to her character, but I guess not. I mean, I guess she's just, Torchwick was everything to her, and then all of a sudden, after he was killed, then killing Ruby was everything to her, and maybe she was that, and she just got so consumed with revenge, or like just the drinking, I don't know, maybe just being in Wonderland kind of messed her up even more.
I don't know. It's not the end I expected.
Yeah.
For her, and this new iteration of her, the cat like inhabiting her body. I mean, she looks wicked cool, but I don't know, like. I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about all this. Like I was ready for like Neapolitan to get killed at some point in the battle. Like I was ready for her to lose and like celebrate that. And it does not feel like this is a finality to her that I can really celebrate.
Yeah, but that's what kind of makes it cool, right? Is the fact that like, you know, when you do have those moments where we've talked about this before with other characters, where like the villain you really hate, you really wanted to get it, but like when they do end up getting it in the end, just like not as satisfying, just because of the way it's written. You either feel like sorry for them or sorry for the people that love them. So it's kind of like with Azula though, where, you know, Azula just was, spoilers if you haven't seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, you really should see it.
Yeah,
right?
you should
Okay?
you should pause this and go watch that and then come back.
or just skip ahead like 10 seconds or like a minute. But like in Avatar: Last Airbender with Azula, when she was like the ending for her, I'll try not to spoil it. Like the ending for her wasn't very satisfying because it was also like, you know, she was so broken.
I think the difference for me with Azula is while I couldn't celebrate that, I was able to be like, yes, that
Process and understand
tracks
it, yeah.
from beginning to end. I get where ultimately this was how her story ended. I think with Neapolitan, the reason I'm struggling is because to what you said, it felt like there used to be more to her.
Yeah.
So for her to have just become a shell, part of me is going like, well, you know, art that makes you think and that sparks conversation is interesting. It's not the non-satisfying ending that I can still live with. Like it's leaving me wanting in a way that like Azula's ending didn't.
Okay. I mean, I get that because it seems to have come out of like left field a little bit as far as like this was the only thing driving her. Like they didn't to me at least, I didn't see it set up where it was like, oh, this is the only thing like keeping her together and like, oh my gosh, Neil's like losing it a little bit and we see that she's like kind of like teetering on the edge, but like she's just got this drive and this passion. She's just like single, you know, minded, focused. She was always sort of like coy and like there's like, you know, with everything and you know, one step ahead. She's one step ahead of whatchamacallit, Cinder and whatnot, like, you know, but yeah, just here, I can see why you're saying it's a little bit unsatisfying because it did seem to like, okay, why did this all of a sudden happen? Like instantly, the moment where he's gone, all of a sudden she's like catatonic. I guess she was always like mute, but
I mean, I guess on the one hand, part of me goes like, I kind of wonder what it would be like to rewatch this, knowing how she ends up now.
That's true.
And see like if I could see the
Where
breadcrumbs
yeah.
for it. And it brings up like an interesting sort of philosophical things about like one's purpose in life and what drives us. And like for her to be so consumed by revenge and have nothing else, obviously that's possible, especially if you are grappling with things like depression and whatnot. But like generally speaking, I think we find more to ourselves than a singular thing upon which we build our entire identity. And so like it felt like she came in with a strong identity. She had a strong personality. She had all those quirks and those fightings and like she had a drive and she didn't seem to be afraid of being alone. Yeah. Which, you know, maybe that was a breadcrumb in and of itself, but like she seemed to have a strength about her that now at this moment feels like could never have been there if this is where we wound up. I could be way off on that interpretation, but just like to me, it feels like she had to have more to her identity than killing Ruby because she didn't always know Ruby. And like, I don't think we got, maybe this would be like a spinoff show, right? Like would be through her eyes and we would see how it got to this point. But like, there wasn't enough time, I don't think, to really have made it apparent to me as the audience that this was the inevitable outcome.
Yeah, because like with Ruby, I mean, you know, she's been through so much. You see like how she got to this point, how she broke down and like, you know, it became the character that was so happy-go-lucky and upbeat and, you know, seemed like she had purpose and driven and knew what she wanted and was a leader. I'd like to see her like, you know, all the stuff that happened to her along the way to break her down. I guess we just didn't see that happen with Neil from what we've been able to glean so far. Very heavy there with Ruby at the end, obviously. I can see why they put the warning there because I mean she basically like, you know,
the whole episode felt very heavy. I was just like, wow. I mean, Ruby's moved us and Ruby's dealt with some heavy topics. I mean, like Adam and like domestic violence was, you know, that's a heavy topic. But this was, I think, one of the few times when I was like, woo, did we tip the scales? Like, there was like heavy, but then a little light, heavy, and like little would have been the little bit of light to kind of bring us back and literally got squashed. Like they literally ripped that away from us too. So they did a good job making us feel like Ruby because it was like what little joy there was in this world,
which was squashed, which was
little, and her humor and her sweetness has just been stripped away from us. You know, and I was thinking, I was like, God, if I was in Ruby's shoes and I was just lying there, somebody menacing is approaching like Bucky or something, and I don't get my ass up and do anything, I'd probably drink the tea too. Yeah. I mean, like I would be so horrified at my inaction So like I can see where Ruby's like, I could not even save the mouse. I couldn't even do that. I was right here. I couldn't even do that. And where she is mentally right now, it's like, yeah, I can see where that's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Difference is like the other people that she lost, she at least tried.
Yeah.
Little she didn't even try.
And the horrifying part of it was like, as I could hear the feet approaching, I was like, Neo's going to step on Little. But in my brain, I was like, yeah, that's what she's going to try and do. But of course, Ruby's not going to let her. Like, it didn't occur to me that it was actually going to happen. I felt the momentum of the plot going that way. But I didn't think that's actually how it was going to unfold.
I didn't hear the footsteps, so it just caught me completely off guard.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah. But let us know what you thought about this super happy, fun time episode down in the comments.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And if you want to jump ahead and see our reaction to the finale in a couple episodes, we already have that out on Patreon. So to patreon.com/DefiniteDefinitive, or just click the link in the description of this video. Thanks so much for watching RWBY with us, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.